targeting your credit card information. It's been a year since cyber hackers launched a disturbing string of data breaches.
I think it is absolutely correct that we all panic.
What have we learned since the Target data breach, and what changes are coming to a store near you?
2014 was definitely a turning point.
In fact, when we call 2014 the year of the data breach, as hackers hit several major retailers and their customers.
And now in this Ruth to the Rescue report, Hank Winchester looks at the push to try and make your credit cards safer.
It was the data breach that stopped holiday shoppers in their tracks.
Target today admitted that it was hit hard by hackers.
December 19th, 2013, we learned personal information was breached at Target. 40 million debit and credit cards compromised between November 27th and December 15th.
I thought that I would only use cash. It would be better to use cash instead of using my card.
I don't know how these large companies can get breached as big as they are. So it's a big worry.
At that moment, Target stood alone, suffering a big backlash. Soon other companies fell like dominoes: Neiman Marcus, Michaels, P.F. Chang's, and Home Depot. The Home Depot breach was even bigger, 56 million payment cards affected. But Target seemed to suffer the biggest black eye.
2014 was definitely a turning point for the data breaches.
Jody Dabrowski is the Assistant Vice President of Risk Management at Community Choice Credit Union in Farmington Hills. She says Target may have been the victim of extremely bad timing.
That it happened at Christmas time. People felt most vulnerable. They were shopping more at that time.
It took everyone by surprise, a retailer of this size to have been breached for such a long time without even noticing.
Odysseus Papamaditrio, the CEO of CardHub.com, says the panic customers felt may have actually helped the situation.
Maybe it was because of our overreaction that everyone jumped into the problem and ensured that consumers do not get affected in a big way.
A year later, he says we've learned just because a retailer is hacked doesn't mean you, the consumer, will pay the price.
We have learned that credit card companies have mechanisms in place to safeguard our information even when things go wrong.
Here's what else changed. President Barack Obama signed the Buy Secure Initiative, an executive order in October to improve credit card security. Companies like Target and Home Depot have already sped up their transition to credit cards with more secure microchips. Banks and credit unions are getting on board, and there's a reason both sides are looking to change.
The liability shifts to the weakest point.
Starting October 2015, if fraud occurs, the business that hasn't adopted chip credit cards will pick up the cost. Currently, financial institutions bear the burden of protecting consumers. The United States actually lags behind other countries in switching to the chip.
It's almost like we became immune to retailers not safeguarding our information.
Finally, if not immune to breaches, customers have become more accepting of the fact that hackers will strike, and you must take more responsibility for protecting your own account.
Of course, that's always in your mind, but you just have to be cautious about where you buy things from and always, keep up on your statements and your balances.
And we asked the Target team to be a part of this story, and for an on-camera interview, we were given a written statement, and it reads in part: providing our guests with a safe and secure shopping experience will continue to be a top priority. You can read that entire statement on our website. Click on Detroit.com. Just look for the Route to the Rescue page. I'm Hank Winchester, Local 4.